Yeah, I cried loads on there, don't get me wrong.
How many names are on your list?
500, we ended up actually having a private chat with the psych, off mic and off camera. We all go on TV for a bit of extra following.
I never slept with her. I only gave her head.
Yeah, yeah. I could maybe say I gave them oral instead if you wanted to.
Do you wish you'd have maybe told Sophie that explicit detail in private rather than in a room full of people?
What happened at the London Marathon? Welcome to Showbiz Fix. This is your destination for the inside scoop on all our celebrity exclusives and the biggest entertainment stories you're loving this week. We've got reality TV royalty in the studio today. You'll know him from his 4 legendary runs on Love Island, his current stint on Celeb Ex on the beach, his ventures into the boxing ring, and his festive appearances in Christmas panto. Yet, behind all the fame, he's happiest just being the guy who makes everyone a morning coffee. Welcome to the studio, Curtis Pritchard.
Lovely intro, thank you guys. Yeah, welcome.
But you didn't arrive with a coffee.
No, I didn't, to be fair. I've already
Just
had
the
3
water
today. Yeah, I've had too many, that's why. I've had too many.
Well, we've had you fresh from the gym, obviously, where you're busy doing all your boxing training. So we're just thrilled you fit us in.
Yeah, to be fair, I was worried that I was going to be really late. Everything was running really behind this morning, actually. And I managed to swap my sparring around, so I could have been coming in with 2 black eyes, to be fair.
Oh, God,
So,
no, we
yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah, we love that you've made us a priority in the midst of
Yeah,
the boxing
absolutely,
schedule.
guys. Yeah.
Well, you're busier than ever, Curtis, but particularly at the minute, you're on screens with Celeb Ex on the beach, which Jake and I are loving.
Yes, we love it.
So Danielle Sellers has just arrived out of the sea as one of your exes. How did you feel when she emerged from the waves like a glowing goddess?
You know what? Breath of fresh air. That is literally how I felt, because like me and Danielle, there's no bad blood. You know, it was a very short stint on Love Island when we got to know each other and started like having a little bit of something. And there was always, when she first walked into the villa in Love Island, there was something there. I didn't know what it was, and I was just too deep into what I was already in. And to see her actually come on to X on the beach, it was lovely, because I knew we were just going to get along. It was going to be fun. I didn't know if we would gel really, really well or just become friends. And I don't want to give too much away because there's still a couple more episodes. But it was lovely. That's all I'll say, you know. It was really, really nice.
Lovely.
But you know what, though? The whole X on the beach experience, didn't know what to expect and was really questioning if I should or shouldn't do it. And actually, it was amazing. Yeah, I cried loads on there, don't get me wrong. But I had, honestly, such a good time. And like to clear the air with Soph and actually become very civil towards the end and stuff. It was lovely. It just made it nice and easy then.
Yeah, well, we'll come on to your biggest ex next. But I think fans were quite surprised about Danielle and you, because on Love Island, we barely saw that.
Yeah.
What happened with you both on Love Island?
Nothing technically actually happened. So what happened was Danielle came into the villa and she was gunning for me, which was lovely. It was nice to hear that. And she basically sent me a message saying, come to the hideaway, spend the night with me. So we had a lovely time there, got to know each other. Nothing happened, didn't kiss, didn't do anything. And then I just felt she was really normal, down to earth, and just a grounded person. I felt like, you know what, I could maybe see something happening between us. So I thought, I can't just dead this off in the villa. I need to have a couple conversations, see where our head's at and see what's what. And she was lovely and she was great, but it just wasn't right at that time. So to now actually do it in X on the beach, it was the right time.
And sort of when you were in Love Island, the biggest barrier at the time was you were seeing someone else.
I was seeing Ekin at the time,
so
pretty
that
much.
was sort of what held, I guess, you and Danielle exploring that connection a bit more back then.
Yeah, it did. I was quite in deep with Ekin at that point, to be fair. So I feel like that really did stop me from exploring anything with Danielle, because I'm the type of person which more puts one focus on one person, and I don't spread it out between loads of different people. I try to just throw myself into it, see if it works. If it does, yay. If it doesn't,
How does it work with Ex on the Beach then? Do you sort of give them a list of people that you think...
Yeah, you
Extensive
do.
list.
In the pre-interviews, they literally go, so who have you dated? Who have you had like one night stands with? Who have you had this with? And you just go through pretty much everybody.
And do you have to list what that connection was? Do you have to say it was just a few dates, or it was a full relationship, or it was just a bit of something?
No, you go into as much detail as possible. Like how long, how'd you meet, what was what, like why did you break up, or why did you end it? Yeah.
How many names are on your list?
500. No. I haven't had loads and loads and loads of actual girlfriends and stuff, or loads of one night stands. So I think I mentioned probably 5 people overall, to be fair.
If it was me, though, I'd definitely put the people that I'd be like, I wouldn't mind them arriving.
Yeah.
Which clearly was the case with Danielle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did do that, to be fair.
And I suppose with some of them, you can't get away because you've had relationships in the public eye. So obviously, a lot of us know who some of your exes are, as well as the ones that have you've managed to keep hidden away.
Yeah.
Well, I sort of knew. I don't want to give too much away because there is still a couple more episodes. But I had to be fair, I never thought Sophie was going to come in, truthfully. Like, I mean, I was 100% sure she wasn't. But on the other side of that, I was quite sure that some others weren't going to come in. For example, like Maura. I just knew she wasn't going to do that. She's doing great things in America and doing other things. So I just thought, timing wise and everything wise, there's no way she's coming in.
Yeah,
I was sort of clear on them.
Yeah, fair. But Ekin, did you think potentially she loves a reality show?
Yeah.
Who knows? She may come in.
Oh,
That would be
Showbiz.
a bombshell, wouldn't it? I can see her
Can't
turn up
give
on Ex
too
on the
much
Beach.
away. Yeah.
Is that a Showbiz Fix exclusive?
My lips are sealed. That's
Wait
all
and
I'm
see.
saying.
Declines to comment.
Yeah.
But what's clear with you and Danielle is, like, you do seem to have a connection from what we've seen so far. What can we expect?
A lot of well, first of all, she's making me gravel, definitely, because I mean, when
Yeah, she's not letting you off the hook this time.
because in Love Island she was all on me, and I was the one which was obviously seeing 2 people at once. There.
Yeah.
So this time she's the one that is she's talking to Toby. She's making sure she talks to everybody and makes me not on edge, but makes me aware that I need to put a bit of a graft in.
Yeah.
So go on, Danielle, and. There's a lot of touchy-feely and a lot of chemistry. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
Does it make you wish you'd picked her back on Love Island?
Great question, that, to be fair. That is actually a good question. I had a great time with Ekin. It ended quite fast when we came out of the villa. We were just 2 different people. We couldn't give each other what we wanted. So we mutually ended it. Which means that wasn't meant to be. So maybe if I did give it a go with Danielle, who knows? It could have worked. Maybe I would have never done Ex on the Beach and we would have still been together then. It's hard to say, do you know what I mean? But maybe looking back, I should have given it a go with Danielle, maybe.
Do you think there was almost maybe a bit of a pressure at the time in the Love Island villa? Because you had been with Ekin quite a lot of the time. You seemed like a solid couple amongst all the people in there. Do you think there was a bit of pressure to be like, do you know what? It's quite late in the game. Let's stick together. Because not saying that you didn't have a connection. But
no, because if I wanted to play it game player wise, I think Danielle came in 2.5 weeks in, roughly like that. Yeah. So it wasn't like wildly late in the game.
Not too near,
if you want, if you're talking about game playing wise, like could have actually ended it with her. Still had 3 weeks to be able to get to know Danielle. If you're thinking game weighing plays, but no, I just was having fun with Ekin at the time.
Cheeky
it was an up
question.
and down relationship, you know what I mean? It was wild. Yeah.
That's what Ekin's like though, isn't it? Cheeky question. Ekin was obviously more famous than Danielle. And people have accused you of sometimes going for the more famous ladies.
Because she was the big name of that All-Star series, I guess, for the girls, wasn't she?
I've always said this, I've never really watched Love Island. I've seen clips, do not get me wrong. Like I've seen all the social things that pop up and this and that, but I've never watched it. So I didn't know all of her stuff and I never followed her, never looked at her socials and stuff. So I didn't know, I still don't know how many followers she's got, to be fair. Maybe subconsciously that could be in the head, but not really. I tried to go in there this time not thinking about that stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly because I love my life on the outside. So doing Love Island and winning it or not winning it isn't really going to change much for me.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you want the honest truth, a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about Sophie.
I mean, bar getting 50 grand, which is lovely.
None of us would say no to 50
we don't
grand.
want that.
Okay, so Sophie, your most significant ex.
Yeah.
Love of your life so far?
She's up there, being one of them. Yeah.
And she arrived out of the sea and you never expected this.
I mean, never expected it. And I know people, I've read some comments and like, hang on, you must know where she's going to come on. It's Ex on the Beach, your exes come on. Yeah, but you only think certain ones are going to come on, not some of them.
Yeah. And you were incredibly emotional, obviously.
It took me by surprise. We never argued in our relationship. So for her to come on and be all guns blazing, it took me by surprise.
She came on with like a plan. It was a stormy arrival. She sat you down and she told you exactly exactly what she thought of
Blimmin',
you.
didn't
Like
he?
no room to breathe. She was
Yeah.
there. She'd got her point. I think she'd maybe been rehearsing that a little bit before she arrived.
Yeah, I think the producers may have riled her up a little bit. They did their job right. Yeah.
To be fair, you would practice, wouldn't you?
Not me. I just come on and wing it these programs. I just come on and literally just wing it and see what's what and go with the flow. I think it's the best way to do it. But
Yeah.
maybe if I was coming on as an ex, maybe I'd wrote down what I'm going to say.
One of the things that you practice in the shower, isn't it?
Sure.
But obviously, duty of care on these shows is so important. What was it like from the Paramount team? They were there for you. Was there a psychologist there?
Yeah, so on all of the programs I've done, to be fair, there's a site pretty much 24/7. If you need to talk to somebody, there's someone there to talk. And actually, what me and Sophie ended up doing, we ended up actually having a private chat with the psych, off mic and off camera. Okay. So we were like, we said, can we have a private chat somewhere? And the producers were like, let's just see if we can make that happen. And they were really, really good with us. And they said, yeah, we can make it happen, but somebody needs to be there with you to just safety, it's TV, isn't it, and stuff.
Yeah.
So they said we can have the psych there, and then you two can go off camera, off mic, have your own little private area, have a little conversation to get everything off your chest that needs to. Because I felt like Soph needed to do that, so we could get to a level playing field, and they did allow us to do that. So thank you, Ex on the Beach, for allowing that. 'Cause I feel like that really. It made progress between me and Soph, definitely. So that was good, actually.
And that was probably really beneficial for Sophie as well, because she's not necessarily in the fame game. This is her first TV show that we've seen her on.
This is why I felt really protective of her as well in a weird way, because it's the first time on TV, and I know what the public can be like and what the pressure on a TV program can be like. And I just didn't know how she was going to react with it all. And I don't not like Soph. I love her to bits, but not in a romantic way. Like, I respect her as a person and stuff. So I still had, this is where I was like really conflicted as well, because I was like, I want you to make sure you're all right and you're having a nice time and you can go on and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
It was just like it was a hard one, really.
Managing
it all.
Yeah.
Why do you think Sophie really came on Ex on the Beach? Do you think it really was to get answers from you?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. She says it wasn't to come on and make me feel bad, but then jokingly she said it may have been a little bit on there. But I don't know. I think it was to get a bit of clarity and then just, I don't know.
But you're in a great place now on the show.
Yeah,
you clean the air and your friends.
Maybe for a couple of extra Instagram followers as well. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, we all go on
she
TV
knows
for
what
a
she's
bit
getting
of extra
out of it,
followers,
doesn't she? Yeah.
I love that you went there. But look, we have to talk about that X-rated viral moment.
Yes, we
in
need
one
some
of your...
answers about this,
Which one?
Curtis.
So this was in your convo where she did have a few with you where she was picking at you, which I think is one thing that viewers said, like, to be fair, she was picking at you. And you sort of said, I never slept with her. I only gave her head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was one of the people who...
We were all gobsmacked.
was gobsmacked.
Yeah, everyone was gobsmacked.
You do know that that's not how we should be talking about women and that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. But that isn't me talking about women in a derogative way or anything like that. That's me giving someone the answer to the question that they've asked me.
Yeah.
So that's, I could maybe say I gave them oral instead if you want it in a more professional manner.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But that was the last thing of my mind in there, because what was going on, that chat that you saw was going on for so long, and it started with me and Soph, and then Toby asking questions. Then the next person joined in, next. So many people ended up coming in, and they were trying to dig on behalf of both of us to try and understand what's going on and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point after about 4 days of constantly getting digged about the same thing. I was like, well, if you want the honest truth, I'll give you the exact honest truth.
Yeah.
And that's what that is.
It felt like it came from a place of defensiveness from you, where you were just in a corner and blurting it out.
Well, they only showed a small percentage of what was being said from the other half.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, once they started talking about my family, my brother, this, all of this stuff that they didn't air, I had to come to a point where I have to stand my ground. You can say as much as you want about me, but once you start getting personal about other members, like my family, this and that, well, I have to stand my ground a little bit then. Because then it's not me. They're not there. They can't back themselves. They can't do anything. So I have to have a little bit of self-respect and not attack, but stand my ground.
I think it sort of came across that you were trying to give clarity on exactly what happened, because obviously Sophie was accusing you of having slept with someone else, and you were trying to say, no, it wasn't that, it was this.
Either
And
way,
I think
it was 3 weeks after we broke up anyway, so technically it was...
I think it was so abrupt. I think because everyone was so shocked in the moment, it was a bit like, I can't believe he's just said that. Do you wish you'd have maybe told Sophie that explicit detail in private rather than in a room full of people? Or do you think saying it in front of everyone actually gave everyone else the clarity to not keep pecking at you with that question?
Bigger picture of things, it makes no difference whether it's in private or in front of people. Everyone's been there for the argument of what's going on. The line was said, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's we both spoke straight after it and stuff. I apologized to her that it was said in front of people and stuff, but either way it was going to come out. You can only dig so much and not.
Well, you're only human, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you been trolled over it?
No, or if I haven't noticed.
Fair enough.
Or if you want to troll me, keep it coming.
Yeah. A couple of quick logistical questions about Ex on the Beach, because I'm just fascinated
We love
about
the
it.
behind the scenes.
How do they actually walk out the water? Because surely you've seen them stood like 3 meters out.
So they hide them really well, to be fair. I ain't going to lie. Because first of all, I thought it'd be on a private beach. It ain't on a private beach. It's a fully public beach. So there's loads of people. They just section a little bit off for us.
Yeah.
And then you've got us three sat on the day beds or whatever you call them on the beach. And then as they film it, they walk out the sea. I don't want to spoil too much of the magic behind it. But in reality, they just walk behind a little curtain and come out. Yeah.
I love that. Well, far more production value on Love Island, which is obviously how we in England and Scotland and Wales, etc., first came to know you, because obviously you'd already been on Irish
Dance with the Stars.
I was about to call it Irish Strictly, and that's not what it's
Dance with the Stars, yeah.
So you came into this with a bit of an awareness of fame already. You've done 4 Love Islands. Is there going to be a 5th?
You'll have to wait and see in January.
Are you not retiring from Love Island?
I mean, never say never. Who knows what the future holds? But yes, I'm pretty much retired from Love Island. I will say that now. I'm 30 years old. I mean, who knows about a dating thing in the future? Because you can't predict the future. So I don't know what's what. But as of now, in my mind, I'm pretty much retired from dating programs.
Out of the 4 Love Islands you've done, which has been your favourite experience?
All of them for different reasons. First one, because it was the first time onto UK TV and it was so new and it was awesome. And I literally...
And that was a very big series. Everyone watched that 5th series.
Massive series. Something like averaging 3.8 million views an episode, which is crazy when you actually think about it, for every single night of the week. But I want to say I came in most open in the recent All Stars.
Yeah.
I was like most open. And I think that's because I'd just done Ex on the Beach. And it gave me obviously the full closure with Soph, full closure with everything and the clarity. So actually, and that was filmed before Love Island.
Because I think as well, for viewers, they don't realise the timeline is different.
Yeah,
so Ex on the Beach was October, November time.
Around October time, then obviously Love Island was at the start of the year. So I felt like I had all of this clarity so I could get everything off my chest, and actually came into All Stars 3 fully open, ready to just like walls down, see what happens. And if I fall with somebody, I fall. Yeah.
Because we saw emotional Curtis, didn't we?
Yeah, you did, to be fair.
Have you seen that Millie and Zach have split up?
No, I haven't. No, I'm lying to you. Yes, I have. I think I may have just seen something, but I haven't read what was said.
Yes.
I think they posted something. Yeah,
Millie popped a note on her Snapchat just saying they have loved their time together, but the distance, they think they're better off as friends.
Yeah.
Will you be sliding into her DMs?
Already have. No, I'm joking. I haven't slid into her DMs. I had no plans to. So, yeah.
Okay,
what
fair
would you
enough.
say to her if you bumped into her at an event over the next couple of weeks? Would you be trying to see if there was anything there?
Just be civil with her. Just say hello, how you doing? How's everything going? What you up to? It's just, just be normal. If something happens, it happens. But I'd say if it was going to happen, it probably would have happened on Love Island.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just be friends.
Just want to touch back on duty of care. Because obviously that's a big topic this week with everything that's happened on Married at First Sight, those awful rape allegations.
Yeah, I haven't read about all of that, but I hope whatever's going on, it's all getting sorted properly.
What's the sitch like on Love Island? So Sharon Gafka was on Newsnight the other day and she said the difference with Love Island is the cameras are on 24/7.
24/7.
So you felt really protected, I guess. That's the thing, isn't it?
I just felt protected anyway.
Yeah.
But Ex on the Beach, the cameras, I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably are rolling 24/7 because they have to for security reasons. But I just think all of the checks that they do beforehand, normally, Married at First Sight, I've never done that, so I don't know what checks they are beforehand. But for like Love Island, this and that, they do a lot of good checks. So I just feel safe with the program anyway because I trust them in terms of that stuff. Yeah, I just feel very safe. And the security left, right and centre. And you'd only have to just say into your mic, help or something, and someone will be there straight away.
Do you have to sort of offer consent before you kiss someone or anything happens in the bedroom?
No, you do it as you would in the real world. You know, you're polite and respectful and hopefully on the same wavelength. And if someone says no, then you stop.
On the Australian version, I don't know whether you've seen this, there's 2 buttons either side of the bed. And before anything happens, you have to press your button and it makes a heart above the bed to prove visually consent.
Oh, so actually on Love Island, what we do is wake up in the morning. If you've done something intimate in the bed, they'll pull you into the beach up and then they'll say, we just need to read this to you. They'll read off a sheet that says, is everything consensual? Are you all right? Yada, 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 loads of this stuff. And then you just say yes or no at the end of that. So that's where they're checking you as well.
So that shows that they're being quite proactive as well by being they're the ones taking
even if
side.
nothing has happened, but they see like the cover move or they see something, they'll ask you.
Do they do that after they've seen you all do stuff in the toilets? Because this is what I hear happens.
So the toilets is a security camera. So this is not like a standard filming camera. So it is on 24/7 and nobody is viewing it unless something happens and it has to be viewed.
Yeah.
Which means that is a place that people tend to go sometimes to do some extracurricular activities, let's just say. I have not used the toilet for them reasons. So yeah.
Love it. It's my favourite thing.
So I haven't been caught out or told off. The only time I will actually say this, me and Luca one time went into the toilet to have a private, it sounds wrong, to have a private chat. We did. So we turned the water on the taps. Put our mics next to the sink so the water was running. And then we just had a quick chat. We did get caught doing that and we did get told off.
Do people try and do that often?
Not really.
Not often.
Some people do. The swimming pool's another one because you have no mics on in the swimming pool, do you? So you can have your little chats on there, but there are mics in the pool as well. So you have to be careful. So yeah.
Is this like what I would call gameplay chat?
Different things. Sometimes gameplay chat, sometimes more real and raw emotions that you just don't want to speak about on camera.
Fair.
So, and sometimes real personal issues. Like sometimes it can be a family member's ill and they don't really want that aired on TV or anything. So they'll talk in the pool or something like that. So it isn't always about the show.
About the show itself.
Look at me, cynic over here saying it's gameplay.
Slightly.
Right.
I won't lie.
I'm sorry. I'm the voice of the viewers.
Yeah.
And they always think that you guys are up to something, don't they?
Yeah.
Right.
This is the thing
which,
that's so true that they actually do, where sometimes it has nothing to do with actually the program.
Yeah.
It's just like a family member's ill and you don't want, it's something that you just don't want on camera type thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's completely fair. Okay. Your fans had lots of questions for you.
Oh, now I'm sweating.
Okay, you ready? How much money do you earn doing panto?
Oh, I will not divulge that information, but
more than Love Island?
It pays better than Love Island pays, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because we hear that panto is quite lucrative compared to like your reality TV stints.
We're doing up to 3 shows a day every single day. So you are working your socks off. I won't lie. You're training in the rehearsal process from 9 a.m. till sometimes 9 at night every day.
Yeah.
Even later sometimes. So it's a full-time job. You're giving up your entire Christmas. You get Christmas Day off, but you got shows Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day sometimes. So you give up your entire December, but it does pay slightly better.
Fair enough. Pays for Christmas.
It does, yeah.
What's the latest with AJ and Dancing with the Stars in America?
I don't really know, if you want the honest truth.
Oh.
I actually don't know too much, bar I think it's already been filmed. And don't know if they have chose the winner yet or not, or do I am trying to hold a straight face here. I know everything and I can't say anything.
Do you know what I love about this? If he if AJ is now one of the Dancing with the Stars dancers, that means he'll be on it with Maura because she's been cast as a celebrity for the next series.
Hats off to her, well done.
Yeah, she's going to be on the next run, which I think is starting in September.
Yeah, she used to love dancing. I think she'll be all right, to be fair. So,
Well, she comes into it having presumably had some lessons from you.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 lessons, yeah.
Okay, next one. How do you feel about the Trish situation?
Who can forget
Trish is doing all right, you know. Yeah. Me and Trish have a local cup of tea every week, you know. Yeah. I will. There's an account called
The Trish Defender.
Trish Defender. Yeah,
we've all seen it.
I didn't know that. I went home to my mum's, and my mum's laughing her head off. And I'm thinking, Mum, what are you laughing at? What's going on? She goes, have you seen this page, the Trish Defender? And she's just going through all the videos, taking the mick out of me, my mum is. I was loving it. So, yeah.
What do you think you're most known for now in terms of quotes? The How's Trish thing or making everyone a coffee in the morning? Because I feel like they're both kind of on the same level. I wonder which to you feel like you get more.
How's Trish is the easier one to say, so it's easier to type for people. But I'm not joking. It's 50-50 between How's Trish and just want to wake up and make everyone a coffee in the morning. It really is.
You've got a number of nicknames.
Oh, do I?
Curtain.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? What's that?
So that came from Ronnie Vin, and someone else. I can't remember who it was. It's from a TV program.
I think I don't know.
I don't know what TV program, but there's a guy called Curtin on it, so they call me.
Oh, I think it's from This Country with Daisy May Cooper.
Oh, there we go.
I think it is that. Yeah.
He's called Curtin. So that would make sense.
Yeah, so then they basically just called me that from that. Yeah. And I didn't think they'd ever air it on TV either.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Yeah.
One that they didn't air on TV, but Scott said that is one of your nicknames, was Freaky C.
Well, I don't.
It sounds like there's a bit of a story behind that one.
Truthfully, the story is, so obviously me and Kira were getting to know each other on Love Island, and we may have had some fun on the first night in bed.
Okay.
So they all called me Freaky C. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, literally, it's that. I mean, we're all adults and we're all consensual and things. But yeah, you know, some people move a little bit faster than others in terms of the romantic way. And they called me Freaky C for it. They were all just jealous.
Gets his freak on. Well, you know, all consenting.
Yeah.
As we know. What's happening with Curtis versus Messy Mitch? The fight.
Ooh. I'll fight Mitch if he wants to fight. I don't know if that fight's going to happen. I'll happily drop down to 90 kg so he only has to put on a couple of kg. I'll do all the hard work to make that fight happen. I just don't think it will, and I don't think he'll actually step into the ring.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a bit more outspoken in that he'll say he'll do these things, but
I think he is. I think he is more outspoken and he won't do it, yeah.
Interesting.
It's all bark.
Next one. What happened at the London Marathon?
Oh, I'm actually nearly had to go to hospital today because of the same reason, to be fair. So I've got bad knees. So my left knee, I've had to have all the cartilage removed on it. And my right knee, I've torn my cartilage anyway in it and stuff, just from like dancing and all of this back in the day. And I got to 10 miles in and my knee started to give in. And also on the first time I did a half marathon, I injured my hip, and that was 5 years ago now. And I still have an injury from it. So my hip started to go as well. So I decided to pull out because I also am in a training camp for a boxing match. And I know if I push through to continue the marathon, I wouldn't be training today and I definitely wouldn't be doing my fight. Yeah. So I had to really weigh it up and decided, no, I think I need to pull out of the marathon where I've got to now so I can continue my training and stuff.
Fair.
Still promote the charity and stuff. But I needed, for the first time in my life, to be really smart about my body. And I couldn't do both. Otherwise, I was going to end up broken.
Fair enough.
And like today, my knee in training actually locked up. And I thought I couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. And I managed to just pop it back out. So yeah.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, my strength and conditioning coach was looking at me like, oh, sugar, this isn't good.
Oh, well, at least you're on the mend.
This is my favourite question, and there was multiple ones of these. Are you single and will you date me?
Well, it depends who's asking. That's all I'm going to say. Male, female, who is it? What's going on? Height, everything. But I am single, yes. Yeah.
Oh, what happened with that girl that we saw you on a couple of dates with? The Guinness date.
Oh, what can I say? I love a Guinness. No, I'm dating. So that's, I'm dating. I'm putting myself out there.
Yeah.
My boxing is most priority at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm Fintinvest as well. They're my big things and focuses that I'm doing. So I was just casually doing a bit of dating and seeing what's
So in
what,
Love Island
really.
terms, you're not exclusive.
No, oh God, yeah.
love that
No. I even said when I was dating, I was only dating the one person at once. Though.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just...
You're not locked off?
Nah,
Not locked
no,
off.
nothing.
Wow, there we go.
So yeah. Why are you asking, eh? What's
Well,
going
I'm
on? Yeah.
famously married, Curtis. Do you know what's so funny?
That doesn't stop some people. That's all I will say.
People always say to me, like, what's Curtis like? And I'm like, he's very charming and handsome in real life. And here you are charming me. So there we go.
Might be a divorce on the cards for you. Figuring out with Curtis.
Let's not speak that into it.
We don't want that to happen. We don't want
marriage
that
is
to
great
happen.
and well. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's all well.
I love it. That's your Showbiz Fix for this week. Remember to subscribe to us here on the Sun Showbiz YouTube channel for all the inside TV and celebrity gossip. See you next week.